years is a long time for any game to be played by gamers, but Half-Life is one of the games that deserves the recognition it got. Half-Life is one of the greatest games ever devised. Valve Software released this first-person shooter in 1998, and it was an instant hit to the public. With over 50 Game of the Year awards, the game set a standard for every other first-person shooter to follow. At the time, no first-person shooters had a story. It was either kill or be killed. That was it. Half-Life changed that forever. Half-Life pitched US Gordon Freeman, a theoretical physicist at Black Mesa. While at an ordinary day at work while conducting an experiment, something goes terribly wrong, causing residents to hesitate. Suddenly, a portal of aliens comes in, and you have to fight your way out. While blasting through Marines and being followed by an auspicious G-Man, you'll do anything in your power to survive. "10 years is a long time for graphics to change, and Half-Life definitely shows its age. On the left is the G-Man from Half-Life 1. On the right is the G-Man from Half-Life 2. You can obviously see the difference that time does. But the graphics definitely don't detract from the fun. Sure, some textures look sloppy, but the animations are actually pretty smooth. Whether it's your hand animation or some guy running, it's not all that bad. The lip syncing could be a little bit better, but remember, at the time, it was amazing. Oh, if every game had the soundtrack Half-Life had. Yep, the Half-Life soundtrack sounds absolutely amazing. Every weapon sounds great too, from the Gauss gun to the MP5, or even to a Frenchy Spaz. All the weapons are spot on. The characters sound a little bit unusual, like there was a little bit of dubbing done, but at the time, remember, it was absolutely amazing. They're still very understandable, and they don't sound all too bad. Remember, once again, at the time, this was great, and it still isn't too bad, even today. For every person out there who says graphics are everything in a game, this is one game that can definitely prove them wrong. The gameplay in Half-Life is simply stunning. There is nothing more satisfying than shooting a grenade in someone's face. And what better way than to bring down a zombie apocalypse with a crowbar? You guessed it, none. Gordon Freeman is awesome. This game's gameplay is awesome. You will never ever get bored of this game's gameplay. And if you do get bored of this gameplay, I guarantee you won't, there is a multiplayer feature to tackle on, which is also extremely fun. This game's gameplay could simply beat every other game's gameplay combined. Like it's definitely a long game, so there's nothing stopping you from buying it. The game's $10 off of Steam, probably the same if you find it in a store. So stop listening, go and buy it. I'm going to make this blunt. Buy Half-Life 1 now. It is a great game, and if you don't have it, you are missing out on something really extraordinary. Half-Life deserves its 9.5 out of 10.